For those of you who were in Pittsburgh in 2010 or you've been on a Commerce Lexington trip in recent years, you know that we have a long-standing tradition. We wrap our trip up with remarks from Reed Polk. Reed is on his 30th leadership visit trip with Commerce Lexington. 24th, over 30 years, okay, but Reed, we're adding years to you, sorry. But so Reed, if you'll come forward and give us your comments, into something those of us in Lexington, we look forward to every year. So.
Thank you. It's great to be here again, looking at you, and I would like to thank the Chamber also. We've been watching bourbon handed out ever since we've been here, and they won't be giving me any. It was on my bed when I got to my room the first night, so thank y'all for that. I've heard some new phrases on this trip. One I just heard is giving a positive intonation to crush. And we've heard that UK and University of North Carolina are tied, looking for the national championship. And we also heard yesterday that Duke sucks. And we've heard that when people come to Charlotte and they get into a community, two of the questions they ask are, first one, what school did you go to? And then also, what church do you go to? And in Louisville, it would be, where is a race run, the Churchill Downs, and in Lexington, for many, it's where's the liquor barn. I went in '93 on the first trip here and back this year, and I think the main difference in these two trips is that in '93, when we were sitting in a room like this, everyone was just looking right at the podium, and they might have been dozing, but they were still looking in that direction. And the difference now is that around 50% of the people, while they're here, are doing this in their lap. But gratefully, they've had tables here, and some of you have just been able to play with it on the table. But that's part of our time. So for the next few minutes, very few, I don't want to talk to you about what do we take back, but who do we take back? Because who goes back, person by person, determines what you're going to take back. And our history follows us from afar, and what we have been makes us what we are, and all of us can look back at our history and agree with that. And we found out in life to take with us that personality will open doors, but character keeps them open. And the sum of life for me is what you believe, what you receive, and what you leave. And so we will be able to leave some comments with people back home that have struck with us in our meetings that we want to keep. And all of us try to have goals, and really I found that goals are dreams with deadlines, and it helps us to have them. And we discover new oceans when we have courage to leave the shore in every day of our life. So many people are worried about mistakes. Mistakes are not failures. Mistakes, they're feedback. And I always love looking at newspapers and seeing some of the headlines, and I saw one several months ago when I was speaking down in Georgia. And it was a small town, but they had a weekly paper. And the sub-headline said, 30 toilet seats stolen. Police have nothing to go on. That'd be tough. Of course, for all of us, as we leave here, the future is coming. But you and I are going to decide where it's going. I think change is mandatory, stress is inevitable, and misery is optional. Those three things relate to how we deal with daily concerns. And trips like this help us get away for a few hours from dailiness things we're dealing with, but we can find some answers to take back with us because we have these people we've been with for these 3 days. You can make your kind of progress by turning mirrors into windows and windows into doors to have a future worth living. I have found that the road to success is not a freeway, it's a toll road for all of us. And also I have found it's always under construction. And so as we keep that in our mind, it helps us to make our decisions that what we take from any experience can enhance our next experience if it is what we choose to do. It's not what you gather, but it's what you scatter that leaves a response that is positive. Many, many years ago, I was going through a crisis in my life, and a friend gave me a comment and said, "Reed, take this with you the rest of your life." And I have. And I'll share it with you. Today is the oldest you've ever been. Yet it's the youngest you'll ever be. So enjoy your ride. Thank you.